Hey guys, we're Veris, and we're building a fully private synthetic data engine for enterprises with large amounts of confidential data. I'm Aditya Rai. I'm one of the co-founders of Veris, and I'm currently a student at UT Austin. We're very proud to be backed by Z Fellows, as well as the incredible team here at Soma Capital.
Hey everybody, I'm Abner. I'm the other co-founder of Veris, and I'm a math major at UT Austin. Our motivation for Veris really stems from our own personal experience. Both Aditya and I were doing research at the medical school on predicting a patient's propensity to pay. We were backed by the medical school itself, as well as 3 professors there, and even then, it took us 6 forms and 3 months to access any data at all. This was absurd to us, and we started talking to other colleagues doing similar research, as well as internal teams at enterprises with large amounts of confidential data. We saw that this problem of data shortage really boiled down into 3 separate problems. 1, accessing data internally could take up to 3 weeks for these teams, which is obviously way too long and extremely unproductive. 2, anonymizing unstructured data is a long and tedious process and sometimes takes an entirely completely separate team to do this. And 3, as companies scale, building these access controls can take manpower and money, which companies just don't have these days.
So what's our vision? We want to create a product that makes data accessible to everybody in your data pipeline, from your consultants to your analysts to engineers that just don't have access to the data that they need. How do we do this? Well, we start off with a confidential data set that a big organization or enterprise might have, and we first anonymize it, scrubbing away things like SSNs, names, addresses, etc. We then take this scrub data and we feed it into a generative engine that learns the statistical patterns of this data, but not any of the identifying information. We then use this generative engine to produce a set of synthetic samples that, again, represent the original data and have very similar patterns, but without any of the PII. Finally, we go through and verify that all these synthetic samples are in fact unique and don't contain any identifying information before outputting this synthetic and private dataset as our private duplicate of the original confidential dataset. The advantages of this approach are really threefold. First off, quick data access. Once you have one synthetic dataset for a certain given confidential dataset, you can share it around as many times as you want without any kind of privacy leaks. Second, statistical similarity. Our synthetic datasets maintain statistical similarity to your original dataset, which means that if you were to train a model on both, you would get very comparable results. And third, live updates. When new data is added to your database, we automatically update our synthetic dataset behind the scenes, making sure that your private duplicate is updated all the time. So let's look at what this looks like on an actual data sample. Here we kind of just constructed a table that shows, a couple people's names, addresses, SSNs, and maybe some records at a certain file path, as well as a user ID. As you can see, after Veris sort of applies this transformation to this and creates our synthetic sample, we get a data set that matches the same schema as the original, but with entirely generated data that still follows the same distribution of data as the original samples. We currently do this for mostly tabular data and a couple different kinds of files, but we're planning to expand to text corpuses, images, audio, and time series data in the near future. Our business model contains a fixed fee for creating that first private duplicate of a dataset, as well as a subscription to keep that dataset updated as your database updates in real time. We started this project in January as a research project at UT Austin, and over the summer, we've been doing a lot of market research, launching our first pilot, and building out our MVP. In the fall, we hope to sign on our first enterprise customer and start scaling out our solution. And in Q1 of 2024, we aim to hit 20 customers and have an automated solution that anybody can download and just drop into their data pipelines.
So what have we done so far? We have 5 LOIs across multiple industries and modalities. We've ran a pilot with Fuzzy AI, who's actually using one of our synthetic data sets in their data pipeline. We released a pip package for developers to sort of get a sneak peek of the tech we're developing. And we have 112,000 in uncapped saves. Thank you guys so much. If you want to reach us or ask any questions, our email is team@veris.ai. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.